I headed up to the roof of my condo building to see the sunset from the 34th floor. I'm not sure I was supposed to be there or not, so it was a secret mission. The doors weren't locked, so I consider that an invitation. There's a helipad up there, and I got some shots of the city at sunset. You can see what I call downtown Bangkok in the distance, about 8 kilometers away, and the Chao Phraya River curving towards me. It's a little bit different view of the city than you typically see. Okay, I'm off the roof now, and I gotta make a visa run to renew my 60-day visa on arrival in Thailand. So I'm heading to Cambodia, and then I'll come back and be given the new 60-day visa. Note that this is April 2025, and the Thai government is changing that to 30 days going forward. They keep talking about it, but it's not quite happened yet. The rules seem to be constantly changing, so be sure to check the government website if you're not sure of your situation. I'm not flying to Cambodia. Since it's so close, I'm just going to take a luxury bus on this trip. Bus travel isn't my thing, but I've seen a lot about this company and the buses and decided to take the Giant Ibis Bus. You might have seen some other videos on this. It's a popular way to get over to Cambodia. The cost is $88 round trip, and the cheapest flight I could find was in the neighborhood of $163 round trip, not including baggage fees and other costs at the airport. Now, that price isn't terrible for a flight, but I decided to check out the bus experience this time. I think the best thing about this trip really that made it work for me was the comfortable seat. They're large, they're well padded, they have adjustable leg and foot rests and plenty of room all around, air conditioning, a tray table, a small storage net for all your stuff, and a USB charging port, and onboard Wi-Fi that was adequate for most things. Without the comfortable seat, this would have been a different kind of bus trip. I wish flying coach was this nice. There are some interesting and pretty helpful benefits that come with the Ibis bus service. If you're a last minute kind of person, you can show up without your e-visa to Cambodia, and the Ibis bus staff will arrange one for you for a fee and do it while you're on the bus. A small number of people on my bus didn't seem to be aware that they needed one to enter Cambodia, but the attendant that traveled with us handled it all for them right there on the bus. The best option and the easiest one, I think, is just to do this online before you even head to Cambodia. It's very easy. It was $30 for me, and you jump onto the Cambodia e-visa online website, fill out some simple information, and make some payment. Now, they say it takes 3 to 4 days to get the visa, but mine showed up in my inbox in 2 days. So I printed out a couple of copies. You need one when you leave Thailand and go into Cambodia, and you need one when you come out of Cambodia and go back into Thailand. So make note of that. Now, there are several transportation options to the border and other places in Thailand as well once you're here. Vans, buses that come in different sizes and types and levels of comfort, hired drivers, and the prices are going to vary. So my advice is to take your time and shop carefully so you won't have a bad trip and be disappointed. In my case, there were several options online at different price points and levels of comfort. I read the reviews to get a good feel for the experience before I booked. The border crossing from Thailand into Cambodia is like any other border crossing, although there are several buildings there and it's a little bit confusing. It's a busy area, so I was unsure where I was supposed to go. I just followed the crowd and spotted a couple of helpful signs, and it all worked out. The line inside was long, but I've been in far worse situations at border crossings, so I can't say much other than it was what I expected. No surprises. 3 more hours and a rest stop along the way. It wasn't hard at all, really. We stopped at the Ibis bus lot in Siem Reap. I really had no clue where we were. There was supposed to be a tuk-tuk driver waiting on me, arranged by my hotel, but I didn't see anyone after I looked for a bit. All the drivers talk to you at once, and it's a little crazy. I had a comfortable trip, but still was not in the mood for that scene. One calm driver asked if he could help me, so he got the job. Just because he wasn't annoying me, honestly. He introduced himself, he gave me some water, and we headed to my hotel. He turned out to be the nicest guy, and we arranged for him to pick me up the next day to visit Angkor Wat, which I'll feature in another video. My hotel is the Indochine d'Angkor. It had a nice facade, a great pool, it had an open, colorful lobby area and restaurant. I was up on the 4th floor and there was no elevator. Lucky me. The staff was great. The hotel was trying really hard, but a few small things were an issue. That safe didn't work. There was no TV, not a big deal really. The shower wasn't partitioned, which is okay. I've had some rooms like that before here, but the floor was uneven, so the water ran across the bathroom like a river. The toilet wasn't bolted to the floor, so I almost had an incident. Please don't laugh. I just ran with it. There's no sense in making a big deal out of things like that. The bed was comfortable, and the AC worked, so it was okay. You're going to need a 230 volt converter for Cambodia. I don't know if 220 will work, but I didn't want to risk it. So I got this one from Amazon. I like it because it's got the 3 ports. It has USB ports and an Android connection. It worked fine for me on my trip. Siem Reap and Angkor were the capital of the empire from as far back as the 9th century. That history was shaped by multiple wars with the Siamese and a shift to Buddhism. Siem Reap is Cambodia's second largest city after Phnom Penh. The pub street area that everybody knows about and the streets surrounding it that go on for several blocks are the heart of activity for the tourists. They like American dollars in Siem Reap. I think they're just easier to handle than the Cambodian reals. Using the real is a challenge if you're not used to counting out large volumes of cash. I stayed on the other side of the Siem Reap River from all of the pub street action, so I could just walk from my hotel. Plan well and you can get around easily. And there are tuk-tuks everywhere if you need one, and they're cheap. I really like the atmosphere there. It's a busy street food market on both sides of the river. The whole thing seems family friendly, and I think a lot of folks might be expecting more of a soy sticks patia experience. Not so. It's a very family friendly place, and there are both tourists and local families there enjoying the whole thing. The food was good everywhere. When I went, there was plenty to choose from: burgers, pizza, seafood, Cambodian dishes. I think most people go to Angkor Wat during the day, spend a full day there, and then they come back late in the afternoon pretty exhausted. So after a shower and maybe a nap, they head down to the pub street area for the restaurants, the bars, and a little shopping. If you go out to Angkor Wat, you're going to be out there for several hours in the heat, and it's exhausting. So I recommend a foot massage after you get back, or maybe while you're out that evening for dinner. It really made my legs and feet feel better after walking all day, and you can't beat the price. So check those out. A few final thoughts. There are lots of hotels in the area. Choose your hotel carefully. Make sure you have a good experience. Check out recent reviews. Look and see where it is on the map relative to the Pub Street area. Plan on taking tuk-tuks everywhere if you're in a hurry or just don't want to walk. And when you go see Angkor Wat, I think you'll need about 2 days, more if you like. The area is comprised of multiple sites and it's going to take a couple of days to see it all. And take American dollars with you. Be sure to like and subscribe. That really helps the channel so much. Or you can buy a coffee if you like. That helps a lot too, and I'm a coffee lover. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Click the bell to be notified when it's up.